You pray, but you don't. You pray to who? If I ask you now, Jamal, you pray to who? You don't know. Who's Allah? I don't know. Who's Allah? You have no idea. I challenge Mr. Jamal if he would like to call me and tell me who is Allah. What do you think, guys? Do Jamal dare to call and just tell us who is Allah? You pray, okay, you pray to who? A God. He have two hands in the right shoulder. He have one shin. And he sit in a chair. Any other information? No, they are not Abrahamic. You see, this is the biggest fat lie. You hear it in TV. Yeah, you are watching too much Trump, my friend. This is in the movie of Trump and Israel, the peace agreement of Abraham. The fact is, Islam is not Abrahamic. What make Islam Abrahamic? Tell me. Did Abraham kiss black stones? Did he? Show us. Did Abraham, even the Muslims, they say that Abraham, he built the Kaaba. Can you prove that? Anyone knows how we can refute the lie which Muhammad and they repeat from Muhammad? They are victim of Muhammad. I feel sorry for them. How we can refute the lie of Muhammad that Abraham, he built or he raised the Kaaba, because the first one who built the Kaaba supposedly is Adam, and before him the angels. Anyone remember how we can refute this lie? If we ask Jamal, who is the one who built the Kaaba? Can you prove that Moses parted the sea? Well, you know, this is a good question. Can you prove that? So let me ask you the same question. How you believe in it then? I'm asking you about your religion. What is your proof? For me, even there's a scientific study. They say yes, in certain time the sea was in etc. place and then move, etc. So, but there's no camera at that time to record the event. So it might be true, it might be fiction, no problem. But you Muslims, you have no witnesses for anything. We have witnesses that Moses, there's a history written about Moses was in Egypt. We have history written about Moses came from Egypt. We have history about the whole nation was of Israel was in Egypt and run away from Egypt. What is the proof that Abraham was? Which historian report that? And now I'm asking you, if there is any historian reported that Abraham, he was in Mecca? Anyone? Do you know anyone? Nobody. So your Muslim stories, always Muslim stories, there is no witness for it. There is no witness, even there's Muhammad. Muhammad himself, who is Muhammad? If we read the Quran from the beginning to the end, who is Muhammad? Where Muhammad was born? Nothing in the Quran. Who is the father of Muhammad? Nothing in the Quran. Who is the mother of Muhammad? Nothing in the Quran. Which year he was born? Nothing in the Quran. Who is his grandfather? Nothing in the Quran. So what is in the Quran? Now I ask question, I said, do you know how we can refute the lie that Abraham, he built the Kaaba? Anyone remember? Anyone remember? If we read the Quran, chapter 2 speak about from 125, 127, etc. So in 125 it says, and remember the house, we made the house, the Kaaba, the center, the sanctuary of mankind, blah, 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 okay? It doesn't say really mankind, it says for people of the Arab. And then it says here that they took from the station of Abraham. Why the Kaaba was the house of Abraham? In Arabic here it says Maqam Ibrahim. Maqam is a place of living. Abraham was living in that house. So this is not the house of Allah. And if you ask Jamal and the Muslims, was Abraham a prophet? They would say yes. Okay, was Ishmael a prophet? They would say yes. Okay, is Muhammad from Ishmael? They would say yes, which many Christians, because they are following naive priests, you know, and Christian churches, many dummy, they repeat that Ishmael is from, Muhammad is from Ishmael, because they are dummy. I remember Abraham, okay, I remember Ishmael, okay, what about them? Abraham and Ishmael is the one who raised the Kaaba, because Kaaba was destroyed by the flood of Noah. And there's a mountain, you know, next to the Kaaba in Mecca. He hid the black stone inside his belly. So when the flood is over, the mountain, he spit the stone out so Abraham can see it, and he put it back. So now, if you ask the Muslims, they will say that Abraham was there, Ishmael was there, and even Ishmael is the grandfather of Muhammad. So how you explain to me this verse? Let us read and love. Was Ishmael a messenger of Allah? They say yes. To who? They say to the Arab. He is the father of the Arab. But in chapter 34, verse number 44, it says, there was nobody before Muhammad as a messenger of Allah in Mecca. Read it and love. Read it and love. We did not send to them, who? The Arab, any book to study, nor a messenger to warn them before you. So how you say Abraham was there? Any Muslim? How you like yourself saying Abraham was there and Ishmael was there, and now this verse saying there's nobody before Muhammad came to the Arab and to Mecca specifically here? Obviously the Quran is a book of fabrication. Muhammad, he forgot what he said about Abraham in different verse. So if we go to chapter 2, verse 125, 126, 127, we will see that Abraham was there. And then from his seeds, supposedly are the Muslims. Because Abraham, he said, make us Muslims. And make our offspring should be Muslims. Okay. And the Muslim, they say that Abraham is the grandfather of Muhammad. Okay. So how this verse says there's no one before Muhammad to Mecca and to the Arab? Ahmad Ma'ruf, he's saying, show me a mistake. I mean, I'm showing you a mistake. So what I'm showing you, shish kebab? What I'm showing you, Ahmad Ma'ruf? Ahmad Ma'ruf is asking us to show you a mistake in the Quran. Everything in the Quran is, the Quran itself is a mistake. How Ishmael was there, how Abraham was there, how Adam even was there, how they warned the people to believe in Allah, and then the Quran says there's nobody was before Muhammad. He is the first warner. The Muslim, they say that Abraham have a book, Ishmael have a book. Where is the book of Ishmael? Hey Muslims, where is the book of Abraham? What happened? Where's it gone? I mean, all the books before Islam is gone. What's wrong with this God, Allah? Whatever books he sent, they fly? Okay. So Abraham have a book, Ishmael have a book, and yet the Quran says there was nobody before Muhammad as a warner, and no books was sent to them. So the Christians who was living there, they are who? I mean, have you ever heard of a stupidity like this? The Christians who were living there, according to the Muslims, if those people there, they never have a book. So what the Quran says, we send the Isa, the Injil, and there's the Christians, and Khadija was the niece of Waraq ibn Nawfal, or the supposedly he is like her uncle from, like, you know, little bit far, which is really the real father of Muhammad, but he was a priest supposedly according to Muhammad.